What's up guys, Jeremy here with Cinema Bricks, and today we're taking a look at set number 75381, the Droideka from Star Wars. It has 583 pieces and it retails for $65. Not too sure about that price point, but we'll see if it's worth it or not. Taking a look at the box, we have our standard black box design with blue striping indicating the 25th anniversary. Inside there are 6 numbered bags as well as a sticker sheet and a printed plaque. Inside the instructions there's a few pages with some cool read-ups. If you want to read them, pause it now. But finally, taking a look at the finished model, this is a really well designed set with some surprising techniques. The overall design is very accurate and there's some fun part usage. The display stand is pretty standard for these buildable droids with a printed plaque stating some info on the Droideka, as well as the 25th anniversary brick and a mini Droideka. Speaking of this guy, he's probably my least favorite part of the set, and while I'm glad we got a little something extra, the design and the shaping starkly contrast the larger model. I don't think this is much of an upgrade and kind of detracts from the overall aesthetic of the set. But now on to the actual model, and this thing is really faithful to the subject material and provided a good but pretty fast building experience. Looking a little closer, there are a lot of textures and details recreated that add some really cool appeal to this. The shaping is made up of a bunch of sub-assemblies that come together in interesting ways, and I think it turned out really well. The only disappointing part of this model are the legs. They're in no way bad, but it felt like the design was an afterthought as compared to how detailed the rest of this droid is. But I do understand, as stability is the key factor of this design, there's just nothing to write home about. The torso is fairly interesting, providing some system and technic pieces to offer that mechanical feel, while also making sure the set is able to be handled without falling apart. The shell of the Droideka is very well done using some slopes and hinges to get the shaping right, and there's really no noticeable gaps here. The arms are where it gets interesting. The overall design is just really striking, using a variety of pieces to get the shaping and angles right, as well as added detail with the whip pieces acting as tubing. But why I said they get interesting is due to their functionality. At first glance you would suspect this is just a static model for display, but they do move back and forth using a Technic assembly within the body. It's pretty well hidden and just adds to the set. On to possibly my favorite part. The sensor head is probably one of the coolest part usages I've seen lately. Using the ends of lipstick pieces to create the sensor antenna is just perfect at this scale, and though really simple, it just gives it that extra authenticity. There is one other function in this set, and that is the ability to fold into its rolling state. The torso, head, and arms are able to ratchet on joints, but the legs have to be individually pulled off and rotated 180 degrees and plugged back in. In this form, I really just think it's ugly. Now, it's not supposed to be that pretty, but I don't think I'll be displaying it like this, let's just say that. I tried over and over again to get this thing to roll and had very little luck, so while I'm grateful that this detail was included, its execution's pretty lackluster. Now I will say, this is a little smaller than some of the other droids in this line, but here are some comparisons for scale. Overall, this was a pretty fast yet fun build and had some surprising techniques. I mean, it has its shortcomings, but a fun set nonetheless. So what do I think about this set? Honestly, it's a bit of a mixed bag, because while I really enjoy the set itself and I think it's highly detailed and really accurate to its source material, I just don't know if $65 is a good price point for it. I think if I could get it for like $50, $55, I might feel a lot better about it. I just don't feel like I have $65 worth of plastic in my hands right now, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm not knocking the set at all because I think it's awesome. I think it's really detailed and it has a lot of fun play features, even though the rolling feature is so-so. I think you're getting a really good set here. So I think if you can find a deal on it in the next few months, I would hop on it because I don't think you're going to regret buying it at that price. But I just don't think I can recommend it today at $65. So hopefully you found this helpful, and please remember to like and subscribe and have a great day.